Drizzy and T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay. Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. What up, T-Money?
Not too much, Driz. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Had a pretty great day.
Yeah, we did. We were out and about on adventures.
Yeah, I went up to Warwick. If you've never been, it's a beautiful town, Warwick, New York. And there was Apple Fest. So that was fun.
Yeah,
fun
that
little
was
surprise.
definitely something I'd never done before.
Mhm.
I've been up through Warwick. I've never actually stopped, but it was a
Yeah.
very nice little town to visit, and definitely we'll go back. Let's put
Yeah,
it that
we'll
way.
go back when like more of the shops and restaurants are open, so you can see those sort of things. But definitely a great day to visit, seeing as how Apple Fest was going on and there was so much to do in the area. So yeah, nice little change of pace.
Well, it's better than just sitting around on a beautiful weekend. 'Cause,
Right?
I don't know. This weather's back and forth.
And we got to enjoy it while it lasts. We're not going to have this nice weather very much longer, and then it's going to get cold, cold, and bitter, bitter cold.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we need to be able to enjoy the little bit of nice weather that we have left right now.
Yeah, before the winter is coming.
Winter's coming. But I had so much fun on the last episode that we recorded talking about our favorite shows. And I'm even more excited today to talk about some more of, I guess, some of my favorite shows, but maybe things that are a bit taboo or like maybe
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
be made nowadays.
Yeah, I think we're gonna touch on shows that I'm sure a lot of people have watched before, and now when you think back to them, you're like, "Oof, that would have never made it past the starting line."
Yeah, I mean, socially, things have changed so much since the 90s and early 2000s and what is and is not acceptable. So I think it's really interesting, like taking a look back and seeing the movies that were really popular, the shows that were popular, but now just people might view them a little bit differently if they were to air.
Well, yeah, I mean the cultural norm has changed, and yeah, I in some way argue it's changed for the worse because we're all a little bit more sensitive than we used to be, but
Mhm.
also, I mean, we have made some great leaps forward, but some of these shows, I even think with the great leaps forward, we're still a little, uh,
Not quite there,
yeah,
not quite as progressive as we think we are.
yeah, exactly.
But one show that I remember as a kid watching, and it was just like one of those like family favorites, I guess. And I grew up in Chicago, so I had the ties there. But Married with Children,
Oh my God, this was definitely my brother and my
Al
one of our
Bundy,
favorite shows
baby.
because it was just raunchy comedy. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't really have to really think about it, and I mean, he was just a a sexist, piggish man that was like, you know, remembering his olden days when he was the what a high school quarterback.
Woulda,
I think.
coulda, shoulda,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
then married to a babe who's
Oh, yeah.
like he totally underappreciates. But Peg, I mean, damn girl, like she always was dressed to the nines, had her hair and makeup done and all of that, and like he just like just gave her the side eye. Just I don't know.
I mean, you have to if you look at it from his point of view, though, she's sitting on home on the couch eating bonbons, watching
Yeah.
the show. It's like, what are you doing all day?
Well, he did
I'm at
set
the
her up for
store
that life,
working.
though.
I don't know. I mean, his shoe salesman life wasn't really the $1 million life.
No, it
was
wasn't. But he
hoping
also
for.
took advantage of his customers coming in and those opportunities. So, but still a classic, very, very classic show. But like the misogynistic, I guess, view of the show and like his attitude and stuff, like I don't think you could get away with that nowadays.
I mean, there was a lot of like body shaming, especially with the neighbor. I mean, always calling the neighbor like a little boy.
That's true.
And stuff.
That's true.
I mean, that probably dips into the LGBTQ category because you never knew with her. She was kind of like both ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, he was just he was just a pig. I mean, I guess that's the best way to say it. I mean, this wasn't. I mean, I know I'm not like that, but I mean, it's there are men out there that are like that. So,
well, another show that was like very misogynistic, but like it's popular when I was a kid. My brother watched it, so I watched it with him, and like definitely it was like a lot of eye rolls in it. But the Man Show. Do you remember the Man Show?
Yeah, absolutely. Ziggy zaggy, oi oi oi.
And the guy like drank the beer with like one sip.
Yeah,
That guy, he's dead.
He had two big mugs, and he would just
boom,
gulp
boom.
them back. And the kicker to that is he died from, what was it, like alcohol, liver,
something
poisoning?
shocking.
Yeah, something like that. It's like when you guzzle beer by the glass. I mean, it's talent, but at the same time, it's probably dangerous. There's a lot of alcohol in your stomach.
But like they would end the episode or every episode with a girl in like a bikini jumping on a trampoline.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean that was. I mean, that kind of stuff they got away with because no one, I mean, if people cared, they could voice their opinion, but it wasn't going to do anything.
absolutely.
I mean,
Nothing.
I mean, it's the same thing with, I mean, I like this show was Jackass.
Oh, I love Jackass. Like that. There was a lot of things I couldn't watch. Like anything with like paper cuts or like, I don't know, the random shit I just could not watch. I would cringe so hard. But we grew up watching that. We grew up with Jackass. Like it was insane. And so like, I'm not going to call it ahead of its time because there's a bunch of idiots just hurting themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
But they became so famous because of it.
I mean,
they're still famous.
They're still famous to this day. I mean, a couple of them have been in other movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you saw this stuff. I mean, they wanted. I mean, I remember so many parents wanted to show off the air. They were just like, "It's stupid. It's just people hurting themselves.
Their kids were trying
influencing, kids like
the stuff in the shopping carts. Like kids would do that, and like grocery store parking lots and get like seriously injured, and it's like, yeah, duh.
Exactly.
You think there's like no like I don't know. There's no dangerous to what you're doing, but another one kind of sketch show, I guess a sketch show that I really loved as a kid, and it was one of the first real sketch shows, like around the time of like Mad TV, really before SNL took off, I guess. But like In Living Color, did you ever watch that?
I watched a couple episodes. I do remember watching it because it was usually on. It was something funny to watch, but I think I fell more towards the SNL era than anything else. But I mean,
we watched a lot.
It was still funny though.
It was all like the Wayans brothers were on there.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite skits was Homie the Clown and Homie Don't
Play
That.
Don't Play That.
Yeah, so great, so great. But that show, even there was like so much like racism brought into it, and like so many like racial stereotypes like act on things, and like I don't know if you could go that far nowadays with skit show, but at the time I think it was what we needed culturally.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just a show that was edgy, that like people really were like, ooh, can you get away with doing that? And I mean,
and it kind of like put white people in their place a little bit, like definitely but as a kid though, I love that show.
I mean, it was picking on the stereotypes that everyone already knew and like kind of said to each other, like maybe under their breath a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, that was the first, the step towards, I would like to say, comedy freedom, because we had that for a little bit, and then maybe we tipped the scales too far one way, and now we tipped the scales too far the other way. It's
well, maybe that was like the gateway to like something like Chappelle's Show, which
I love the Chappelle Show.
Classic.
I mean,
classic.
he used to
I
go.
wrote the song a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean,
Back
when
in
they,
94.
like I said, when they did the Prince episode,
Oh,
and
so
like,
good.
you know, Charlie Murphy, you know, it was just always so funny. I mean, he did stuff that even today I watch it and I'm like, how the hell
I can
did
go
you
back
get
and
away
watch
with
those
that?
clips and they're just,
It's just so funny.
classic and
It's just so funny.
hilarious. But yes, definitely like, how did you get away with getting that on TV? But no, I love going back and rewatching all the Chappelle Show episodes. Like, just so funny and just really tested the limits.
The one I saw recently when I was watching like a repeat was when Charlie Murphy was talking about the Prince episode when he got beat by they were playing basketball.
Oh yes.
And he goes, he's like these motherfuckers came out wearing the same clothes they were partying in. And he goes they were good. They were real good. He's like, game bitches. It was just so funny.
So good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. But that was definitely a classic. Absolute classic.
I mean, something that I think, you know, now I watched a little bit of this, you know, I kind of went back and forth on it, but was Crank Yankers. I mean, sometimes it was funny, but sometimes I was like,
That was the prank phone call, like sketch
puppets.
comedy thing. Yeah, there were some that were really funny, but some of them I was just like, all right.
Yeah, like enough is enough. Like that wasn't. It was like you could tell you were reaching.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, but a lot of it was very like a lot of offensive stereotypes used in that show, big time. Like I don't think you get away with that stuff now because we're very sensitive.
I mean, it's just it's sad that, you know, we have fallen into this area of, you know, what is too much sometimes. And, you know, I wonder if we're losing a part of comedy because of that. You know, like comedians are supposed to just touch on the edge of like, you know, ooh, that's a little, you know, risque. But, you know, now that we're you know, everyone gets offended by everything. It's like, guys, you know, listen, you gotta be able to laugh at certain jokes.
You have to.
I mean, if you're something I heard from, and where it's a movie we're going to discuss, from the Van Wilder episode where he says, if you take life too seriously, you'll never get out alive. Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what you got to do. I mean, you got to be able to laugh, but also understand where's the line.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You know, these shows like Chappelle, like, you know, the Man Show, they
definitely towed
the line. Towed the line right to the very edge,
to
the very edge.
Well, with that, like, talk about towing the line and all that, like Viva La Bam.
I watched a little bit of it. I wasn't a real big fan of him, so I mean,
I liked him when I was younger. Now I'm just like, holy cannoli,
now
he is bananas.
Now he's a hardcore
yeah,
train
it's
wreck.
just, oh my gosh, everything he does now, I'm just like, oh my gosh. But as a kid, I really liked him. But that show, like, his parents completely agreed to be on that show. You know, they were fully part of the process, but like they definitely put up with a lot in the filming of that show.
I mean, he used to like break into their house in the middle of the night.
No, it was his.
No, I mean, it was his house too. I mean, like, listen, he was getting in there, but
he would go in their room and wake him up in the middle of the night.
Wake him up with like ridiculous stuff, like alligators, or just beating the hell out of his father while he's trying to like take a shit, like. You know, I mean, I guess if you're getting paid enough money, you'll do just about anything.
I think that's what it was. Like, they were getting paid, they agreed to do it, they were in on it, but like, you know, it also didn't last all that long for a reason, but like, just all the things that went along with it, and Bam just always acted like, well, you agreed to it, so I don't really care. Like that kind of attitude, like kind of like a fuck you kind of attitude.
That nonchalant.
Which he still has. He still is a person that takes no accountability for anything, and I think that still shows.
It's everyone else's fault.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what an addicted person says. It's everyone else's fault. It's not theirs.
But that show is definitely over the top, like turning his house into like a little castle kind of thing with a moat and all this stuff, and a half pipe in the living room. It was just like, what? But
he was trying to one up Jackass and just
just do his own thing.
That way he came off kind of like I don't know. That's why I never
came off like an asshole.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it was. He came off like an asshole. Like, that's why I never really liked the show. I never was a fan of him, but I mean the show. It's like sometimes like dude. It's like maybe.
One show that I watched as a kid I watched it, but gave me still like this weird like visual cringe a lot of the times watching it. But still one of my favorite as a kid, but so freaking weird. Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my God, I love that show.
I loved it too, but it was so weird.
It was stupid humor, like don't whiz on the electric
Oh my
fence.
God, Log.
Yeah, Log. I mean,
but like it was so over the top violent and like it was absolutely disgusting.
oh
like
yeah.
so disgusting. And there were a lot of like adult undertones in the show, like a lot of adult references.
I mean, this show was meant for, young adults, and they actually advertise it for like kids.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's the problem is, those types of shows, you kids watch this and then they imitate the humor and they repeat it. And I mean, it really was my mom hated that show. I mean,
My mom
hated
didn't like it either.
and she would never let us watch it. And me and my brother, we would watch it when she wasn't around. But I remember it was like violent.
Yeah.
It was the adult undertone humor like you were talking about. It was, and like they said, this was meant for kids. So I mean, there was very sexually charged comments, and it's like, yeah, you're kind of, I understand why it didn't last that long, but I mean, for the time that it did last,
great.
it was hysterical.
Fantastic
I mean,
show.
hysterical.
One late night TV thing that I remember so well from my childhood. And I know you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. After 11 p.m., you'd be flipping through your channels and this advertisement would pop up for
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah. They used to advertise. It was literally right after 11. It was like every other
college
commercial.
co-eds.
Yeah, exactly. It was
going all out.
coming onto the bus and taking their clothes off.
Oh
and-
my gosh, and they were just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be like college girls at parties, like living their shirts up, and like just blurt out enough. Like, oh my gosh.
That really, that's when we crossed the line. Like,
Yeah.
that, I mean,
That
that guy
did cross the line.
Well, I mean, that guy got like beat up or sued
He got
or something.
sued. There were like
and beat up,
crazy
maybe.
lawsuits against him for like exploitation. There were some that were like he didn't have consent for like showing their videos and like showing their faces. And like really, like you think about the ethical lines of it, like was it really ethical? I don't know. I mean, illegal, ethical, they're very different things, but he definitely had some legal troubles.
Oh yeah, I remember when that finally blew up and those commercials stopped popping up at night because he really had a couple people that were like, "We're going to kill you," like kind of thing. Like, but I mean, I don't know how you would show that without. I guess the rules were kind of different back then, but you still had to get like signatures of like faces. And
Yeah,
stuff like
you
that.
had to get
So, I mean,
waivers and all of that signed.
and I'm
and-
assuming if you're showing more than just a face, you got to get a lot more than one signature.
Yeah. So I don't know, but thinking of like legal troubles, there was another show that had some legal troubles too. You were actually talking about this to me yesterday.
Well,
You were
because
telling me,
it was one of my favorite shows to
yeah,
watch, and it was Cops.
yeah,
I mean, Cops was
they got into some hot water.
yeah. Cops was the first real like live, police chases, police arrests.
Showing any like body cam type of well, not body cams, but
Was it-
they
yeah,
had
it was- it
cameras.
was
It was
cameras.
before body cams.
It was like, I mean,
But
the
that
camera
style.
guys. Yeah, the camera guys were like the scariest guys in that show because the cops would like lose these criminals and the camera guy would still be following them.
Yep.
You're like how is he 20 feet behind them? But the cops don't know where he is. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of police brutality and I gotta say, I mean, the lawsuits came from the racial profiling.
Yeah.
That's when they got.
Well, you could see
real
that
big
in the
heat.
show if you watched it. Like it was strong. It could be like just a black guy walking down the street, and they stopped and they harassed him, and they would be aggressive and violent, and it happened often watching that show. That people were definitely profiled.
I mean, they still have those types of cop shows out now. I'm sure that there's probably massive, lawyers watching over this show because, I mean, they don't want to go down the same path that the Cops did. I mean, Cops was on forever too. I
Well,
mean,
now like you just scroll through TikTok and it's all the body cam footage, and you just watch all these like body
Yeah.
cam videos, and I get hooked on those.
oh
Not
yeah,
gonna lie.
I can go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, with the cop videos. Oh yeah, I go deep with those. So oh,
And you know what it is sometimes I root for the cops and sometimes I'm rooting for the other guy.
Depends on the
Yeah, depends on the
situation.
situation. I'm like, let him go. He didn't do anything.
Or I'm like, why are you being such an asshole? Like, you
Yeah.
don't gotta be that way. And then you see other cops that are amazing, and the people are just such shitheads. It's just, yeah, such extreme cases.
For real.
There was another show that that aired. I don't know if you're familiar with this because I know you don't like watch like a lot of those like dating shows or whatever. But this one was definitely a little controversial. But it was called "Are You Hot?"
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
It was basically like people just rated each other for their looks on TV. So like live TV rating each other's looks.
Well, that's what Facebook was originally
Oh, I
invented
know.
for.
Oh, genius.
Like, are you hot or not?
Yes.
I mean, that's what.
Hot. Oh no, that was hotornot.com.
Yeah.
That
I
was
mean,
another one.
That's how it like started. But
Yeah,
I mean,
but this was a TV show. Are You Hot? And they're like rating each other based on that, like on live TV.
I mean, that's tough. I mean, especially if you get a nod.
And nowadays, like we're so like don't even talk about each other's appearance and blah blah
Well, now
blah.
everything's like body shaming if you know if you go too deep with it. But I mean, I guess I kind of go both ways with that because I'm thinking to myself, is it that bad? Like, I mean, I guess it depends on how brutal you are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they could
I mean,
like, oh, you have
they
you
were
have a
pretty
big
brutal,
nose
though.
and you're losing your hair.
Yeah, I think they were pretty brutal though about it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I never watched it, so I don't really know. But I mean, one of the shows that I liked, and it was with Ashton Kutcher, was Punked.
Oh yeah, well Ashton's like,
I mean,
is he canceled now officially? Would you say?
I don't know if he's
borderline canceled.
I don't know if he's canceled because of his affiliation with that other guy.
Well, I
from
don't
the
know. I don't
70s
know,
show,
I think there's multiple. No, he's not because of that, but
Oh, okay.
all sorts of stuff. But no, Punked was I liked Punked, but it was a good show.
I mean, I never really feel like they crossed the line too much. I mean,
No.
I mean, like it was never, like humiliation against the person. It was usually like they were destroying something of theirs, like their car or something like that. Like
a car accident fell off the lift or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I think maybe that show probably got in trouble because the reactions of some of the celebrities were a bit extreme.
Or even like
because-
passerbys who maybe didn't know what was going on,
Yeah.
like that sort of stuff. Maybe other people calling police, things like that, being unaware of the
I
situation.
mean, it was funny. I mean, I definitely watched it. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
watch every episode, but I mean, some of the ones that I watched, I was like, oh, well, okay, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was just the good old MTV days, though. That's when like MTV was great. You came home, you watched TRL, and then you got
yeah.
into your shows. Yeah.
I mean,
Good
that
old
was
days.
that was when MTV first changed from, just videos,
Yeah.
like music videos to like actual shows, and now all it is actual shows. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
if-
Now there are no videos.
Yeah, I
We
was
used
say,
to
if you-
love the videos.
if you actually realize what MTV was, I mean, this is how old we are.
Mm-hmm.
We used to remember when MTV only played music videos.
Yep.
That was it.
Oh, MTV and VH1.
Yeah.
Those were like the go-tos. And Fuse TV if you were lucky enough
Yeah.
to have that. But they were so great. One of my absolute favorite shows, one of my favorite super, super trashy TV shows. And I guess like one of them kind of leads into the other a little bit. But like I grew up watching Real World. And
Okay.
did you ever watch Real World?
I didn't watch Real World. I watched Road Rules.
Okay. But okay, so same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone on that show, not everyone, but a good majority got like alcohol poisoning during that show.
Well, there was no off button. For
Well, they
some of
were
those
just
shows.
encouraging them to drink and drink and drink. They would keep the houses loaded with drinks. When they went out to bars, all their drinks were paid for, and they like encouraged them.
Well, I mean, that was the point. It was they knew that the drunker they got, the less inhibitions they would have, and hesitation. I used to tune into the Real World just when I would see the commercial that it was like a big, huge fight or
the
something
big
like that.
brawls they would have like
and
outside of bars.
I'm like, all right, that's worth watching. Like,
Yeah.
But I mean, that goes into the next genre or the next piece of that, was the Jersey Shore.
Oh, well, that's exactly what I was meaning. It was going to perfect segue into it. Same thing. Encourage an insane amount of drinking. The just violence, like getting into fights, all of that, like just
And a lot of sex, like a lot of just random people sex.
and teenagers wanted to live that life
Oh,
too.
yeah.
They thought like that was so cool.
I mean, the only one that was from Jersey was Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. But I remember not liking that show at first, and then it took me a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm hooked because I liked Paulie D.
Oh, I love Paulie.
You know, he was just he just seemed genuinely
And he's so
nice.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like it was,
I love Vinny.
Vinny was good
yeah.
because he was just like he was innocent. Like he really just was, you know, like he really was, you know, a good guy.
Yeah, yeah. And I think like a lot of them, like Mike, the situation, like he was messed up. He was on a lot of pills. He went through his addiction, but I think now he's really come out the other side and he's grown. And even seeing them now, like they're still themselves. They're still super silly when they do all the reunion shows and everything.
Yeah, I never really watched the
It's so fun. It's
I mean,
so
it's like
fun.
it's like
but
what
it's
is it?
still
Jersey Shore
drama.
Family?
Yeah. They bring in like the old cast and it's just like so
I mean, like, you know, it was always interesting because there was always something going on. I mean, I remember when they went to Italy and like
oh my
Mike
God.
had bunted the wall or something like that, and like had like a hard.
Well, he was on
really,
a ton of pills then too.
Yeah, he had like a really bad concussion,
Yep.
and then like, you know, then the studio had to step in. That's when I think it kind of dropped after that a little bit because they got kind of scared that these guys were going over the edge.
Oof. Well, in a little bit of a different direction, one show that I watched when I was a little kid, so this was before the Jersey Shore days and all that, and this is when I'm just like, how did they get away with this and like airing this on TV and like, but do you remember Cheaters?
I don't know if I saw the show. I remember that they used to do that Roses thing on the radio was for Cheaters.
Oh, Ryan Roses is fake, but
Okay,
this was the
okay.
show Cheaters. Like they would follow people who and like have a private investigator follow them and catch them in the act with cameras and bombard them in the moment while they're in the act cheating.
Don't they do that on BET now?
Maybe they might show like the replays or whatever, but that show, I'm just like, how did they get away with like airing that stuff?
Well, I mean, didn't they? It wasn't like one of the reasons that the show got canceled was like somebody got like hit by a car or something trying to get away from a camera crew
I
or
think
something.
there
like
was
that?
just something really extreme happened. I don't know exactly what it
Yeah.
was, but something extreme. Someone died somehow. There was something. I just
Yeah.
don't know exactly what
I remember.
it
I
was.
remember it was something like that. Like they either. Like they were chasing after them, and I guess they ran out. I remember hearing something, but maybe it was a different show. But I remember hearing something about one of those shows where they like ran after this dude, and he ran out into traffic and got hit by a car.
Could have been. I don't know. I don't know my facts on it, but it absolutely could have been.
Yeah.
But another one where they catch people that I just loved.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
I think
loved it.
everybody still loves this show.
It's so good. It's so genius. What a genius show.
For real.
To Catch a Predator.
I mean, To Catch a Predator. I think. I mean, that's the first time that you saw
Nick Hansen in action.
Yeah,
Let's
how
go.
many? Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. How many fucking weirdos are out there?
Oh my God, so many.
I mean, and they come in all
Creeps.
shapes and sizes and ages, and like, you know, you think about these people are like people you just normally see like in your daily life, and you would never know, but
Never.
until they show up on camera, and
Yeah.
then you're like, hey, that's my coworker.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I mean,
And-
I used to love it because Matt Hansen would be like, you know, you can leave.
Was it Matt Hansen? I said Nick Hansen.
Yeah, Matt
Okay,
Hansen.
man.
He would be like, you can leave.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to arrest you. And they would get up all confident, like they were walking out of there,
was
and they
over.
would
It was
open that
over.
door and just get swarmed. And you see that look of like,
Oh
what
crap.
the fuck? I used to be like, ugh.
So good.
Gross, but worth it.
No, that show was like a necessary show. It needed to happen. There should be more of
yeah.
it, especially nowadays.
Because it's like
more
freaky,
of it.
weird guys, man. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Well, you know, those were all like that was a lot of shows, but I think about like even movies that were made that I'm just like, what?
Oh yeah. I mean, we have. I think we grew up with like the best movies.
Well, I think we
honestly.
grew up with amazing movies. Like people didn't care, and they made whatever movies they want. Humor had no limits. Like comedy, there were no limits on what
No.
you could get away with.
I said they were there to skirt the line. That was the point of these actors. And yes, there were some that stepped over the line and they kind of got like, blacklisted for a little bit, but then they came back. But I mean, one of my favorite series, and excuse me, because I know everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, really?" American Pie.
It's a classic.
Because I mean, come on, he's fucking in an apple pie.
But it really is a classic. This one time at band camp, like everybody said that.
Everybody said it, and like there were so many, like it actually related to like it felt like kind of like high school stuff that you would do. Like
and
maybe not the
Stifler's
pie.
mom was like a thing. There was the milk. There was the hot moms.
Yeah,
so, like,
exactly.
That was definitely a thing. So no, that show, like, as over the top as it was, so relevant. Those movies were so relevant in so many ways.
Because I honestly, they came out right about the time that we kind of were in high school.
Yeah, it was more of a coming of age time for us.
So you were like, oh, I'm not the only one that thinks about fucking his friend's mom.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Like those ridiculous things that we think but never say or do.
Act
like
upon.
That's what those movies are so great on, because they do that. They act out our thoughts and, things like that. But American Pie series was wonderful. And like even seeing them as they got older and those series and everything.
And the funny part is that the humor grew with
evolved.
them.
Yep.
So it was like, it wasn't like the same like high school jokes. Like you went into college, different jokes.
Yep.
You're out of college, different jokes. And it's like all the stuff that we were kind of going through. You're like, oh, this son of a bitch really hit it on the head. Like,
yep. Just very relatable.
absolutely.
One of my favorite, again, a little ridiculous, but one of my favorite series of movies are these scary movies.
Oh my God. I mean, they were just there to make fun of scary movies in the most absurd way. Like,
oh my
like
gosh.
hold my little hand.
Oh my God, that's my strong hand. Oh, when he sticks it in the mashed potatoes. Oh my God.
And then he licks his hand.
So disgusting. So disgusting. But just like even in those movies, like the racial and the extreme like sexual humor, they were like really just there for like pure shock value, like would those movies get shut down right now? Like if they were made, I think about that. How culturally would we react to a new movie that like that being made?
I mean, I think the older generations might get it. I think the younger generations would be offended.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
would they let it fly?
You gotta be able to laugh at stuff like that. Like those types of things get said in normal conversations. I mean, you want to make sure it's not at like a fancy restaurant when you're joking about coming in somebody's mashed potatoes or something like that. But I mean, maybe you and me will talk about that.
Right in the mashed taters.
I mean, those movies, I feel like these link into each other. Is the Not Another Teen movies?
Yeah,
because those two were like just funny. Like I think they had pretty much the same.
They were just parody movies. They were making fun of other genres.
They had like the same actors in both of them, like pretty much.
Did they? Yeah, they were. There might have been some overlap. But just the same kind of idea. They were parody of other types of movies that were very popular at the time.
I mean, they were funny because it's just the here's the line, here's the step over it, here's the extreme amount we're gonna make you laugh over it, and I mean it just hit. It was funny. It's dumb humor that you don't have to think about.
One movie that is like definitely some dumb humor, but absolutely ridiculous, but hilarious, and you would think would have had a lot of backlash, but was actually really, really socially accepted. But I love this movie so much. You're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Tropic Thunder.
Oh my God. I mean that movie's actually what it came out in like 2000 something.
Something about, I don't know exactly what year.
It really was at the end. I mean, maybe even after the end of where people kind of like. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. Blackface.
Yeah.
Like, and did everything as like.
But he did not.
Oh yeah,
his character did it. Playing another character.
And
everybody loved it. And everybody loved it.
I'm surprised that that movie didn't get the same type of. I mean, I wonder if it's the actor level. Like
It might have been.
there was really famous actors in every single role.
Yep.
So
And just the way it was delivered as well, I'm sure. But genius.
the one thing I will say is Ben Stiller, because he was with the director of it. I mean, he really went to bat for it and was like, "Listen, we're not making fun of it like you think we're making fun of. We're making fun of it like another, not another teen movie. Like it's that we're making it obvious.
Yeah.
That this is what we're doing." And it really, I mean, it makes me laugh. And I still put it on because I think it's so stupid.
It is stupid.
I mean, they had so many big name actors.
But it's really funny though. It was genuinely a really, really funny movie.
Well, I mean, when you come to that, I mean, one of the actors that I love, for all the movies he did when I was growing up was Jim Carrey.
Oh, he was a staple of our childhood.
Yeah. I mean, he did so many funny movies, and it just. I mean, I first met him on SNL, so I mean, I knew of him, but the Ace Ventura, the Pet Detective movies,
so great,
I mean, so funny, so dumb, and just, I mean, it was just such dumb humor, just like the kind of like, like Dumb and Dumber, and like although like he was in that, I mean, it's just these movies that you didn't have to think about, and you're like, oh my God, like
yeah. But again, like some of that humor nowadays is a little bit controversial.
Absolutely. I mean he talked with his ass.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, with his butt cheeks.
His butt cheeks. Excuse
So
me,
good.
can I ask you a question?
Oh my God, that is just such a classic. Another classic that this is actually one of my mom and I's favorite movies that we just love because we love the line Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
It's a classic, but The Nutty Professor.
Yeah, I mean Eddie Murphy all the way for the win.
And this is one where I think we could get away with it, but I think it's more like there's a lot of fat shaming and like stereotypical like caricatures of people.
I mean,
in
it was
that
hardcore
movie.
fat shaming.
Oh, hardcore fat shaming. But like there was so much love and stuff in that movie, and like when it went to like Sherman, you just knew like Mama loves her baby boy Sherman, and there's just so much love in that family.
It's just so funny on how many of those actors he played.
All of them, everyone at the dinner table except the kid. He played.
You're gonna come walking over, but you're gonna be limping back.
Genius.
The grandmother, I love the grandmother.
Genius. No, that movie,
Cletus, come
to
on.
this day, like I love those movies so much.
I mean, those movies, and I'm a fan of Rob. What was his name? Rob
Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, I love Rob Schneider.
He's great.
He's just funny.
He is. He's very funny.
He used to play in a movie called Deuce Bigelow.
Male Gigolo. That's a great one.
And it was just so funny, some of the stuff that he would do. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, if you've never seen it, you got to watch that because it was just stupid humor. Like, it was, again, stupid humor you didn't have to think about. You could just watch it and laugh and not have to like, oh, is this one connected to that one?
Yeah. I don't know. No, those were real. That was a really funny movie, and he was like playing a sex worker too. Like,
I mean, he was having sex with all the undesirables.
And like making.
This sounds like the story of my life.
And making them feel wanted and all that too, and special and everything. Pretty amazing.
The one with narcolepsy was the best.
Oh, that one was classic. No, so great, so great. But no, great movie.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
No, of course. I want to talk about one of my favorite actors.
Okay.
Will Ferrell. Love him.
He's got like a connection to My Funny Bone.
Oh my gosh. But the movie that I think is really, really controversial is Old School. And I think that I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a great movie, but like the amount of that it like glorified hazing in it.
Oh yeah.
And underage drinking and like really,
I mean, that's what the entire film is about.
Glorified it, like made it look like fun and amazing and all
Come
this.
on, we're streaking and running to the quad.
Oh my gosh, no! It was, and the sexual harassment jokes in it, like it really went over the top.
It was like underage sex too, because he had sex with that his boss's daughter who was like 17. Like, you're not gonna get away with that kind of stuff anymore because people are gonna be like, you're promoting.
Canceled.
Yeah, you're promoting like underage sex with a minor. Like, I mean, it was funny when it came out. I mean, I think it's still a very funny movie, but
oh yeah,
I mean that movie, and I think you'll agree these next two are awesome because they were very, very similar. Was Euro Trip and Road Trip. They kind of like had a lot of the
Again,
similar.
two classics from our youth.
Yeah, Scotty
like,
doesn't know.
Oh, and that was Matt Damon.
Do you know?
Do you know
he actually voiced that in the movie? Mm-hmm. Like because Matt Damon actually is a voice singer. He actually knows how to do it.
But
Same thing with Will Ferrell.
He no, I love that he was in that role, and like not many people caught that.
It's just so fun. But I mean, even in that one, it was like, incest with brother and sister making out on a Euro trip, like heavily making out. I mean,
that scene just it's jaw dropping when you first see it the first time.
Oh yeah, I mean, in a Road Trip, you have like anally coming in the bathroom for the nurse, like she anally stimulates him.
Yeah, she stimulates his prostate.
Yeah, and like gets him like going. I mean, there was like it was jokes that were funny. They're still funny, and I mean, it's just. You got to be able to have that little bit of a dirty humor.
You do, and like not be just kind of.
Don't get so offended by it.
Be a stick in the mud at the end of the day. Just don't be a stick in the mud. Be silly, loosen up. Have some fun with it.
Oh, gotta.
With that, like same kind of thing of like the over the top kind of jokes is Van Wilder. Great movie.
I mean, Van Wilder was perfect. I mean, I know there's the one scene that you hate. With the dog. I won't mention it because I don't want to. You don't want to hear her gag.
No, disgusting.
The dog.
You said don't mention it.
Is a bad one.
Yes, it's disgusting. But that movie in general, though, is very much like boys will be boys kind of mentality of like they're gonna get away with it, like some very wrong things and very wrong
underage
themes.
Drinking again. Very sexually explicit. I mean, Van Wilder is a 60-year senior or something like that, so he's a lot older than these freshmen coming in,
and still going after those freshmen.
I mean, that's
brand new.
That was his whole thing. It was like, oh, who are you gonna look for this year? And I mean, it was sexually. Stressed humor that you just had to kind of understand that's what you were walking into.
Again, a lot of that was the late 90s, early 2000s. Mm-hmm. That was the theme of a lot of what we watched.
I mean, the next film, Harold and Kumar. Did you ever watch that?
Of course I watched Harold and Kumar.
Yeah. Harold and Kumar
Come on now.
is such a racially charged movie.
Oh my gosh, the racial stereotypes in that movie.
All over the place.
Oh, for like everyone. Too. Nobody's safe.
I mean, Asians, Indians, whites, blacks.
Doesn't matter. They're going after you.
They went after you.
It was great. It was great.
It was funny.
Yep,
it
genius.
was funny. Yep. I mean, there's
Nobody's
drug humor.
Safe. Yeah.
I mean, it was. I don't know if you would get away with that kind of stuff anymore. I mean, you'd be skirting the line if it maybe was a Netflix release now.
Oh my gosh! But the raccoon attack is one of my favorite scenes.
Oh yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
so silly and so stupid.
When they go back to the guy's place to get a tire fixed.
Oh gosh!
he's like, look at that shit in his ear. He's like, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
You're like, uh-oh.
Oh, no, so good. Such a great movies again. And like, I was definitely a little too young to be watching them, but I love them.
Oh, absolutely.
Another one I was probably a little too young to be watching, but absolutely hilarious. Definitely crossed all the lines. Don't know how he like got away with any of the stuff that he was doing, but Borat.
Oh yeah, I remember watching. I mean, Borat was I mean, he really crossed the line though.
He crossed so many lines, and it was like all hidden camera stuff and like all that, and just exploited so many people. Like, and oh gosh,
didn't he try to do something with Rudy Giuliani? Like,
I think so. Yeah, it was something, but it's just so over the top.
I mean, even back then when that came out, that was a little oof.
Yeah, like, and with that, like along the same lines as The Dictator. I don't know if you've watched that.
Yeah, because it was the same guy. And I mean,
like racist, Islamophobic tropes, like
sexually, using women and men.
Yeah, everything. Like it was just across the board. Wow.
I mean, they were funny, but they even for when they came out, I think they were pushing it. Like I said, I don't think it would be approved of today. I mean, he produced it, so I guess he could do whatever he wants. It's just somebody has to buy it. Yeah. I mean, one of the movies that I know wouldn't be made today, mainly because one of the main actors just got sentenced to prison, is Get Him to the Greek.
Did he get sentenced to prison? Did he actually get sentenced?
Yeah, he got 4 years.
Wow, good for him. But yeah, no, a couple actors in that are kind of canceled now, so there's quite a few. But Get Him to the Greek is one of my favorite movies.
It's just hysterical.
I listen to that soundtrack all the time. The Infant Sorrow soundtrack. Oh my gosh, so great.
Very heavy on drug humor.
Oh yeah,
very heavy on kind of rapey humor.
Just it's a Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's a Jeffrey. It's a Jeffrey. Rub the furry walls.
Pet the furry walls.
Like I'm saying. I mean, it was funny, but at the same time,
great movie. They made him shove drugs up his ass.
Pretty much.
He made Jonah Hill shove
drugs up his ass in the security line
right before getting on the plane.
Right before.
Crazy. Crazy. I mean,
like I said, it was just that step over the line.
Yeah, but still, regardless, one of my favorite movies. Absolutely one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites, this is like super, super classic, was Half-Baked.
Ooh, that was when they were like those like Chappelle and them were just getting involved.
Yeah, no, but that was such a big one. That's right before his career really took off. But it was just such a great movie. But at the time, it was very much like, what?
It was a drug movie.
Oh, 100% a drug movie.
It was selling drugs.
Yes. How to sell drugs successfully. Yeah, to bail their friend out of jail.
Who killed a police force by feeding them too much candy.
Perfect.
I mean, it's just so stupid.
It's so stupid. But that movie was like one of the things in my childhood that I will never forget. I will never forget that movie.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Mr. Nice Guy.
So
good.
Now, going back to like the Jackass crew, this is part of one of the most controversial movies. If you've never watched it, The Ringer.
Is that starring? Yes, that's the one starring John as the boxer, right?
No, he's.
Oh no, the Olympics, the Special Olympics.
He joins the Special Olympics.
That's what it was, the Special Olympics,
and he has to pretend to be that way. He pretends
to be special, has special needs.
Yeah, but he he's trying not to show it. I mean, I give him credit. They included all handy-capable people in the movie.
Yeah, like genuine actors and everything, yes.
But he had to fake it. So, I mean, I can put that in probably the same category as blackface.
I would put that as that. Like, that's
pretty intense.
Socially okay.
I mean, he really went over the top. But I mean, if you ever watch some of the outtakes, oh my God, these kids that were part of this show were so funny.
I can only imagine.
So dirty. Dirty.
Well, they had to be able to,
oh yeah,
be in there with them. There is one last one.
Okay.
And this is when I saw this in theaters when it came out, and I remember just sitting there like, what the hell? And I watched it with my brother, but Team America.
Oh my God.
Police.
There were so many wrong.
Can they make that again now and make it super relevant? Because that would be out of this world incredible.
It would be very funny.
It'd be along the lines of South Park, like that sort of like, holy crap.
I mean, South Park I'm surprised.
Oh, over the top. I know. We talked about that before, but great show.
I mean, it was along the same lines. I mean, they had very raunchy songs, humor, dialogue. I mean, interaction with puppets.
Absolutely hilarious.
A great movie.
Yes.
I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it.
Absolutely. Like, I really wonder, like, think about those classic movie, like one classic movie that really hit on your childhood. Like, think about some of your favorites that at the time were really controversial. Could it be remade? And if so, like, how would it be perceived? I really think about that. Like, I'm going to be thinking about that for a while. Some of those classic movies, and could they actually get away with it, doing it all over again now?
Yeah, I mean, there's still quite a few out there. I mean, like I said, classic movies, we all have them. They all hit for different reasons.
I mean, we can go way back. There's even movies back from like the 30s, 40s, 50s that nowadays, like, ooh, definitely could not make those. But these are just the more recent, more relevant ones, I suppose. But I do think this list could be very, very extensive. So
It could.
I would love to hear from you guys. Like, if you have any movies from your childhood that we didn't talk about that could not be made now or just so controversial and over the top, like, I want to hear about it. Like, let us know, because we want to expand on this a little bit more.
Absolutely. I mean, we only touched on a few that meant something to us and that, that really stuck out when we did our research. But, I'm sure that there are others that we're missing. I'm sure that there are others that, you're like, how did you forget this one? Or, do you remember this scene? Like, even if some of the ones that we mentioned and there's a scene in it, feel free to drop us a line.
Absolutely.
Like, we love hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
But I want to say it was always fun hanging out with you.
This is a great day. Great day. Apple Fest, baby.
Apple Fest, a little bit of movies.
Yep, definitely
movies
enjoyed
and TV
it.
Shows.
Yeah.
But from all of us here at Do Not Sneeze on Me, this is Team Money dropping the mic.
We out.